Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday, except for Monday. Every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, God, what? Guys, one day off. One night. I don't feel that great. I'm going to take the night off, and I can't do my dang intro. Guys, we got to start this over. I'll be right back.
Oh, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. What is going on, CandleMafia? Oh, baby, she's pumping. She's pumping. I take one night off, and she rips, guys. She absolutely rips. What is going on, CandleMafia? We got another great live stream for you guys tonight. Sorry about last night, guys. I didn't feel great. Still dancing with whatever's going on with my body, but I feel much better today. Yesterday was just I wound up needing that rest, guys, because I think that might have saved me from getting full-blown sick. So basically slept a ton last night. Probably slept more than I have in the past year yesterday. But shout out to the Candle Mafia. I appreciate you guys understanding. But guys, we got a show for you tonight, baby. We ripped up towards that 26K level or past the 26K level, shooting for that low volume gap again, and super exciting price action. We are now getting a little bit of a pullback, so we're going to be taking a look at that. Is the pump over? Did we just come up to test those levels one more time before getting the absolute nuke to the downside? We're going to be taking a look at it. I'll let you guys know if I am leaning bullish or bearish in the medium to long term, and then we'll take a look at that short-term price action, see if we can decode any of this stuff for you guys. So we're taking a look at Bitcoin. We're going to be taking a look at some key levels underneath us as well as above us, because right now it's kind of a dice roll here. Are we going to rip up? Are we going to crash down? So I'm going to give you guys the key levels to watch to the upside and the downside. We're going to be taking a look at some bullish things on the chart that could indicate that we are likely to have this pump continue to much higher prices. Potentially having 30K be reached, but we are starting to get a pullback, so we're going to be taking a look at that at the end of not the end of the stream, but about halfway through the stream, guys. We will be taking a look at those altcoins, so get your altcoin requests ready for about halfway through the stream. And let me go ahead and pull up chat here. Where is my chat? Let's see here. God, I feel like it's a naked stream here. Let me get you guys on the right monitor here. There we go. But yeah, guys, we got an amazing show for you tonight. Finally, some really, really exciting price action. But before we jump into the charts, guys, I do want to go ahead and say what's up to the Candle Mafia. Oh my God, we got so many green names now. Guys, we have like 600 people with the Frankie Candles memberships. If you guys don't know what the memberships are, it's the green names with the special emojis. And we actually do have some extra perks. You get certain access to certain special Discord channels if you have certain tiers. But tons of green names here, guys. We got 600 people in the memberships. Shout out to everybody who has a membership. I think most of them were gifted by other Candle Mafia members, so just a testament to our community. But let's go ahead and see who we got in the chat tonight. We got Quicker. What is going on, Quicker? Good to see you. That's Quicker with a K. Shout out to you, man. We got the other TJ. We're not talking about TJ from BitBoy Crypto or GTR TJ, as some of you might know him as. But we're talking about the other TJ. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here. We got Mark in the chat, Steve B, David Brumbelow, 100% not financial advice. Shout out to you, bro. I think that's my favorite name out of anybody, just because this is not financial advice. Shout out to you, man. We got Crypto. D-Gen said, Hoodie Gang, Hoodie Game 2020, 2002. Swag, is that what he said? Shout out to Crypto DJ. Yeah, guys, hey, check out the shirt, guys. Check out the sweatshirt here. Woo. Look at that thing. You got the ISO 2002 coins on here. You got the Bitcoin orange hoodie. Check it out. This thing is fresh. This is, you guys, if you guys are interested, hopefully the mods can post a link. If you go to hitmerch.com, you will be able to find these shirts. You got all the ISO 2022 coins on it. Some really, really nice stuff. You got a little Algorand, little HBAR, little XRP, little Stellar, a little bit of everything. But yeah, if you guys want to check that out, head over to hitmerch.com. We have this plus a bunch of other good merch. And if you click on brands and go to Frankie Candles, you can see the Frankie Candles exclusive merch where we have a bunch of really cool designs. But shout out to Darren Does Things. Thank you for being here, bro. Randomness, what is going on? He says he's about to go off today. Yeah, I'm on one today, guys. You can't let me rest for an entire day and not expect me to come on here and just do backflips. You know what I'm saying? I really do. There's not really much in life that I hate more than canceling a live stream. I always say it. I feel so lucky that you guys show up for me, so I really, really, really try as hard as I can to not cancel these. And if I do, I usually do a pre-recorded little market update or something, but yesterday was just one of those days where I was like, I had no choice. I can't do, I just need to take the day off. So shout out to you guys. Mark K, what is going on? We got Captain Kirk, Coinslinger in the chat. What is going on, Captain Kirk? We love you. She says, it's okay, Frankie. You needed to take the time. Shout out to Captain. We love you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate everything you do. Hodl Crypto, what is going on? Hashtag why'd I say hashtag? Shout out to Learning. Learning is out here. I just get random comments on my videos from Learning, just another video down. So Learning is out here hustling like none other. So shout out to Learning. We got Chris Bunger. What is going on? Seek and Hunt. What is going on, man? Anytime I see the word hunt, I make sure I pronunciate very well. The Crypto Reaper, what is going on? We got Dave Digital in the chat, and I didn't see him, but I heard Crypto Pollo, or the Bitcoin Chicken, as I like to call him, is in the chat. Shout out to you. We got Hit Network in the chat. What is going on? Who is that? Is that Brian? Frankie, FTW. Frankie, I don't know what that stands for, but I think it's for the win. I don't know. I was trying to think of something funny that could have standed for. Could it standed for? Maybe it stands for no good English. But anyway, shout out to Hit Network. I think that's Brian. Shout out to Brian. What is going on, bro? Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Chemistry Bro says, Frankie, when hoodie? Chemistry Bro, I had a conversation about it. It's in the works. We're getting samples. in the next couple of days, I think, and they're gonna get up there, bro. But hey, maybe fill the gap here with your ISO 20022 hoodie. But guys, shout out to the entire Candle Mafia. Shout out to everybody in here. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure, where you guys are gonna win crypto, merch. Maybe we'll have to give away one of these sweatshirts. I don't know. But smash the like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure. Multiple chances for giveaway on each spin. And without further ado, guys, you can tell I'm on one. I'm well rested. I'm ready to go. And before we're going to jump into the charts right here. I got them queued up. But real quick, guys, we got to do our ceremonial live stream candle lighting here. We got the typical salted coconut mahogany candle. This is from a really, really fancy store. I only buy my candles at the utmost classiest places. I'm sure you guys have probably been to one of these stores before. It's Walmart. The most exclusive candle supplier in the world, Walmart. So yeah, I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the charts, because we got a whole lot to look at here. Let's go. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Crazy. Shout out to Connor McKendrick. Shout out to Nitro. Not true, but I kind of see how you think that. Shout out to you, bro. But hey, shout out to Lucho as well. Let's go. Dave Digital said, no, please, more ado. You're funny, bro. Shout out to Dave Digital. How do you think of this stuff? Shout out to you. But guys, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on the charts here. Now, obviously, we do have a lot to talk about, right? Because first, I want to talk about how we got here, right? What has happened to lead us into this moment of getting that breakout past these previous highs at about 25.2? What were we seeing on the charts that could have indicated that we were going to get that move up? And then you guys will know that I was flipping bearish once we broke some key levels to the downside, which we have broken. But you guys are probably wondering, like, hey, I know he flipped bearish. Is he still bearish, or is he back to being bullish? We're going to cover that specifically, and I'm just going to show you guys that line in the sand once again. It is a very similar line. But then I want to talk about the higher targets to the upside that we could be looking at, some that a lot of you guys probably aren't even expecting. And then we'll take a look at some levels to the downside in case we wind up getting a big dump ski here. But again, guys, we're going to cover that in just a second. But let's come all the way up to these higher time frames where we can start taking a look at some things popping up on the charts, guys, that could indicate that we may have a little bit further up to go. And one of those things is, we were looking at this yesterday in the morning premium live stream in the premium Discord. And we were looking at this weekly, guys. As you know, this red dot was one of the main things that we were looking at before we got this big move down. Just like we expected, that red dot did give us a bigger move down. However, we are starting to see a quick recovery here. You are getting what we like to call on this channel, very technical term, so make sure you write this down, the VWAP flip, right? And that is where you get the VWAP coming below the zero line and a quick reversal to the upside, resulting in a red dot when your VWAP crosses below, and then a quick and immediate green dot printing right after your green dot. It's almost like a little fake out. And we were looking at this yesterday saying, hey, we might print a green dot on the weekly. And just like that, we got the red dot, which was a bearish outlook. We did get that move down, thank God. The red dot did play out, and now we are just flipping it. We had enough pain. Now we're getting that green dot, indicating that the pain might be over for that weekly red dot. Not only that, guys, but we are finally getting a little bit of movement to the upside for our money flow here on the weekly, right? So looking for that green dot to confirm. If this green dot confirms, first of all, as long as it doesn't disappear, this could continue to give us a move up. Then if it confirms, it may mean that we may have even more movement to the upside to get maybe at the beginning of next week or so, right? But we're just looking for that green dot to maintain itself right there. We do have 5 days to print another candle on the weekly, so plenty of time for this to pop up, go away, pop up, go away. We likely will play a little bit of cat and mouse with this green dot, but just looking at this chart right now, between the money flow ticking to the upside and that green dot printing on the weekly, it does look pretty nice, right? And this could indicate that move that we are looking to get up to that 28 to 30K level, which we almost got teased with today. 6-day green dot is now printing. Now, we're going to talk about this. These are some of these things popping up on the higher time frames are some of those things that we were looking at in the premium that was letting us know, hey, maybe we might be ready to turn around and come up a little bit more here. But, these higher daily green dots are some of those things, but we'll touch on that in just a moment. 6-day green dot starting to print. Money flow kind of coming out here. The money flow doesn't look the best on the 6-day, but the weekly looks nice. And if we come to the 5-day here, you could see still coming up with our money flow here as our VWAP is also coming up. Looking for a green dot on that 5-day soon. Money flow looks pretty decent. Your 4-day money flow is kind of flat here, but you are printing that green dot. Just basically same sentiment as, the other higher time frames we were looking at. 3-day green dot printing. Your 2-day green dot has confirmed, right? So now I do just want to cover some of the things other than these higher daily green dots, right? So not only do you have the 2-day green dot confirmed, you got the 3-day green dot printing, 4-day green dot printing, 5-day looking for it very soon, your 6-day and your weekly printing green dots. This is pretty bullish, guys, and could indicate another move up coming very soon. But one of those things that we were looking at to, kind of assume that we were going to get this move up was the higher daily green dots are going to come back into play. But really, the bullish signals kind of lied here on the medium hourly time frames. Obviously, the 1 hour is deep in the green at this point. Your 2 hour is even pretty deep in the green as well. But yesterday, we were looking at these just starting to creep into the green, saying, hey, our 1 hour, 2 hour are in the green now. And the fact that we're seeing these money flows on the medium hourly time frame start to shift back into the green, we could expect that to leak into the higher hourly time frames, such as the 3 hour. I still consider the 3 hour a medium hourly time frame, but by higher hourly, I just meant higher than the one in the 2 hour. Your 3-day, 3 hour was started to cross over into the green, right? So, and even when it wasn't, guys, we were coming up towards that 0 line saying, hey, money flow is generally trending to the upside on the 1, 2, and 3 hour. Then when you check on that 4 hour, it was also trending up. We got that crossover into the green today, which is definitely a bullish sign. Your 5 hour also getting very close to crossing over into the green because the money flow is starting to move its way back up here on these time frames, guys. That plus those daily green dots on the 2-day, the 3-day, the 4-day, and the 6-day. The money flow in the medium time frames plus those green dots on the higher daily time frames. That's multi-time frame confluence, giving us that thought that, hey, we know when the money flow crosses into the green on these hourly time frames, it typically does indicate a new uptrend, right? And again, if you just look at where this crossed over, let me pull up this chart, and then let's see. Let me just pull up a clean chart so I could just kind of show you guys. Go back to the Heikinashi candles. You can see here, right? Let me just make sure I'm not deleting anything important. I am not. You can see here, guys, right? On that 1 hour, right? That 1 hour money flow crossover into the green. Crossed over right here, right? At this point, you're thinking, hey, we got the crossover into the green, right? Now we might start this uptrend, right? And I highly recommend you guys go back and back test, especially with the money flow on the lower time frames and the green dots on the higher time frames. Go ahead and back test these strategies because a lot of times that money flow crossover is what starts that big move to the upside or that trend to the upside, right? So money flow indicates the longer term trend. So you see the 1 hour cross into the green, you come up, you bing bong around, you come up again, and that is what starts your uptrend, right? Again, money flow signals the longer term trend. So there you go. But continuing on here, where are we going? Where are we going? We got to come. Oh, were we just? Here we go. Go ahead and hide that TA real quick. And let's continue on here, right? So money flow coming up on those medium hourly time frames, especially this 4 hour, guys, is a pretty decent sign, right? So that next green dot on the 4 hour may give us another big leg up. But that is just some of the reasons why you could have expected this move to the upside, right? Again, medium hourly timeframes showing a potential uptrend incoming, and then you're getting the confirmation of those higher daily timeframe green dots, which are very powerful, not as powerful as a money flow crossover on the higher timeframes, but those green dots can really validate those money flow crossovers on the hourly timeframes, right? If the hourlies were coming up into the green, but we were getting red dots on the higher timeframes, that's where I would not expect those to start new uptrends, rather just fake us out into the green for a second and then come back into the red. So that's kind of some of the things that we're hinting to that move to the upside, guys. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these key levels because we have come up to some interesting levels here, right? So just taking a look here, guys, very, our ranges have remained essentially the same here. You guys will know we've been looking at this big macro value area as kind of a gauge to figure out, like, where are we in the macro, right? Because likely, if we break below, if we break back into this range and we sustain resistance below this value area high right here, if we come down and we cannot get back above that level, that is where things will likely turn more bearish. And that is basically what happened once we came here, once we came below this level right here. This was kind of the line in the sand. And I was saying, like, if we come below this, guys, this is where I'm probably going to flip a little bit more bearish because we will be breaking bullish market structure on some of the higher time frames, as well as breaking into this area of balance, right? Or this value area. And a lot of times, once you get stuck below that value area high, you're ready to make your move back down to the opposite end of the range, which was coming in at about 15,900. But what happened? We did not get accepted back into this value area. We wound up coming down to a very specific level, guys, and that is about $19,500. And what was in that $19,500 level? We had that CME gap. And I said this on the morning show. I said this. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. He makes a really good point. I think, shout out to Chemistry Bro. He said we were near the POC as well. It doesn't show up on this chart because of it. Obviously, things do look different between exchanges. That's the Bitstamp chart. But if you pull the volume on something like the Femex chart, you could see we did get really, really, really close to that POC, depending on what exchange you're looking at, right? So shout out to Chemistry Bro. Thank you for pointing that out. We did get very, very close to that POC, but that's not really the chart that I typically look at when at least streaming. I like to look at the Bitstamp chart because I do trade on Femex. Shout out to Femex. We love Femex, but the reason I don't show it on stream is because, things do look somewhat different, right? But if I look at the Bitstamp chart, the Femex chart, this is the futures contract chart. I'd rather look at Bitstamp. And the reason I choose Bitstamp, for anybody who's curious, like, that people might be asking, like, hey, why don't you use the Coinbase chart? This is simply just because of how much price history the Bitstamp chart has. It goes all the way back. I don't know if this is as far. Yeah, 2011. So it's really just the price history on this chart. That's why I always resort back to the Bitstamp chart. But if you're leverage trading on Femex, you might want to do your TA on that actual chart, right? But nonetheless, like, the differences are very, very minor, right? They're very small differences. So depending on what value area you were looking at, we did come close to that POC. However, on this chart, we did come down to a local golden pocket and got a beautiful bounce off of that level here, almost to the dollar, to the bottom of that actual golden pocket. But we have the CME gap there, guys. And I said this on the morning show, like, I started feeling a little bit crazy about bringing up that CME gap, right? Because when we made the CME gap, everyone was talking about it, and they were like, "Oh my God, 19,500 CME gap. We have to go fill it. We have to go fill it." And then, like, after a week, I feel like everyone else stopped talking about it, and I was still like, "Yeah, CME gap, CME gap." And, like, I kind of looked behind me, and I was like, "Where'd everybody else go? How come no one's talking about it anymore?" And then I kind of felt stupid for bringing it up. Thank God we came down and filled it because it kind of made me, validates my thoughts. But we did. We came down. We closed that. It's almost like we came down here just to close that CME gap, and then absolutely ripped off that CME gap. We also did get very, very close to a key level that we were looking at, guys, at about $19,200, this high volume node right here. We did get eerily close to that level, but we did front run it just a little bit. But yeah, that's basically what happened. We came down, closed that CME gap, and then ripped right back up. And then over the weekend, I was in that premium Discord letting everybody know, like, hey, I think it was on the weekend, or maybe it was yesterday. I think it was on the weekend. I think it was Sunday. I was letting everybody know, like, hey, was it Sunday that we were above here? I believe. Yeah. On Sunday, I'm like, hey, guys, important stuff going on right now. Not only have we broken back above the value area high, which was our key level of resistance, but bringing us out of that other area, this value area. We came out of that value area, which is a bullish sign. But not only that, but we were getting accepted back into this value area, right? So I was letting them know on Sunday, hey, if we can maintain above this value area low at about $21,500, we would likely expect, due to the volume profiles or the laws of the volume profile, you would expect price to come back up to revisit the value area high, which is exactly what happened. And then we got that breakout to our next level, which was here at about 26,000, almost to the dollar. We hit this 26,500, we'll call it. And this is a local golden pocket. So letting everybody know, if we got up there, likely to get some kind of turbulence. And we did wind up getting a decent rejection off of this level. We did wind up getting a decent rejection off of this level, and now, unfortunately, guys, now we are at current price, or we are at current day, current minute, current hour. Now we are back below our value area high of our range here, and we may get accepted back in. And if we do wind up getting stuck underneath this value area high at $25,000, it would be likely to at least come back down and revisit our point of control coming in right here at about $23,000. As you guys know, this was a big level we were looking at to the downside when we were up here. But the fact that we have broken back into this value area high would be more of a bearish look, at least in the short term. You want to remember, we could see the same thing that happened to our bigger range here. We could just kind of dip back in and then rip right out. But I am watching very, very closely because Market Cipher B, guys, is, in my opinion, pointing to the upside, right? It does have room for more upside. But the fact that we have broken this level, that value area high at 25K, does have me a little bit worried, to be 100% honest with you, because now we are essentially just back in our range here. And if we can't get back out of here in the next day, I would say in the next, 8 hours or like the next day, if we can't get out of here, guys, it's likely we will get stuck in here and could potentially start working our way back down towards that value area low, coming in at $21,500. So again, just looking at the market in terms of ranges, right? So again, if we get back into here, and we cannot get out, this is kind of where you're expecting to just start trading back in this range. But hopefully we could get a move back to the upside. And if that does happen, guys, now I want to talk about kind of the levels above us that we have and how far up we can go. Because I know there's a lot of crazy targets out there. I know a lot of people are calling for 8K. A lot of people are calling for 3K. A lot of people are calling for 30K. A lot of people are calling for 100K. I don't really think there's many people out there calling for 100K. But I want to talk to you guys about some realistic targets, and not realistic because this is where I think it can pump because I'm feeling bullish. That is not a real thing. That is not a real thing, right? I am going to show you technical targets backed by information, right? Now, it doesn't mean we're 100% going to reach these levels, but I want to show you guys some realistic and actual possible price targets. And if you saw my morning market update this morning, you will know about one of those crazy, crazy targets. And I can already hear the bears. One of these targets is going to ruffle some fur on these bears because shout out to D Petty Crypto. What is going on, bro? He says 100K, baby. Let's go. Seek and Hunt says 40K. Yeah, Incognito 111, bro. He says 100K tomorrow. Incognito. Hey, I'm with you, bro. 100K by tomorrow morning, guys. Just kidding. Yeah, D Petty says realistic 103.2K. Yeah, I would have to agree with that, D Petty. $1 trillion. But yeah. Let's see, 28,500 at most, my opinion. Shout out to Astro Zombie. Thank you for being here, bro. Nate, Quantum Divergence. What is going on? Mr. J says, looks like possible bear divs all the way up to the 8 hour. Mr. J, thank you so much for that super chat. I do appreciate you, bro. Let's go ahead and we will take a look at those in just a second. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these realistic targets. Let's go. Shout out to Hannah King for the 5 gifted memberships. And shout out to everybody who just got the memberships. Oh, shout out to Flat. Oh, no, Flat Smack already had it. BullishSauce.eth got one. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you. Smokey DNL, you got a membership. Let's go. Just a dude got a membership. Let's go. And then Seif Daddy, what is going on? He's got a membership, and Letty's got that membership as well. Shout out to you guys. But let's go ahead and see where we can go from here. Shout out to BG. Thank you for that super chat, bro. He says, "Hey Frankie, you should invite at PCO813 Trader." I'm sure there's actually a real way to say that. And when sailing at Pro Traders Lounge, they won first place Bybit competition in a trading group. Your audience will love them. Friday YouTube Live. Come say hi. Shout out to BG. I'll have to go ahead and check them out. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I'll definitely try to check that out maybe a little bit later tonight. Shout out to Matt Lane, Hannah King on the loose. Go check. Yo, Hannah King. I love how you say on the loose, like she's just out here just giving memberships. But let's continue on here. This is some of the higher targets. Shout out to BullishSauce.eth for the $3, bro. Shout out to you, man. With fist bump. Let's go. Shout out to BullishSauce. Hey, bro. Nice green name. Let's go. But let's go ahead and check this out. Right. So some of the higher targets I would be looking for on Bitcoin, guys, if this pump does continue. First next major target, if we are able to break out of this golden pocket, flip it to support, I do think if that does happen, we will likely teleport from about $26,536 all the way up to this 786 at about 28.8K. And again, the reason I would call for an absolute teleportation is not just because I feel like if we break that level, things are just going to go crazy and we're going to pump. I am actually looking at the volume gap above us, right? Obviously, we have already kind of broken into this low volume gap here. Well, now we're back below it, but we're kind of just sitting at the lip of this gap, guys, and price could wind up getting up there pretty quickly. But again, the reason I am calling for a teleportation once we break that golden pocket is because there is not much up here to hold us back, right? Once we pop into here, it's likely just going to be like blink, and we're just going to rip through. It's going to be like one of those moments, likely it will be one of those moments where you just check out your phone and you're like, oh, Bitcoin's at 26.5. Oh my God. It's 28.5. Oh, I thought, what the? And then you're like, what happened? And you go to the chart, and the 1 minute's just like straight, like a $2,000 1 minute candle, and it's just going to be crazy. That will likely happen if we could flip that golden pocket to support, right? And hold it decisively, because you will not have much above you holding you back. Now, this is going to be a very important level for more reasons than one, guys. Not only is it going to be key because of the fact that it is the 786 fib level, but not only that, guys, it is in perfect confluence with these lows that we made back here on this previous area of consolidation. And yes, you guys know what I'm going to do. We know what I'm about to say, right? We're going to go grab that fixed range volume profile, and we're going to pull a little bit of volume on this little range we have here. Kind of get in those settings. For anybody out there using the fixed range volume profile, if you're ever trying to just pull a range on a little local area and you keep getting these big volume profiles and you're like, what the heck is going on? What you could do is you could come in here and click extend to right, uncheck that, and then that will only select the candles that you selected rather than extending all the way to your current price action, right? But you can see that is in perfect confluence. The 786 is in perfect confluence with the value area low of this little previous area of consolidation. And a lot of times, guys, these levels from the volume profile, meaning the value area high, the POC, and the value area low, will likely get respected if we can make it back into this value area, right? And the value area, for anybody who is new, is between the value area high and the value area low. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, definitely go check out the videos on my channel talking about the volume profile. It is, in my opinion, the most insightful trading tool that you can use. I always say it gives you x-ray vision into the market, but again, if we could hop on top of that golden pocket, I would expect some form of a teleportation up to that 786 if you can crack that 786. Another reason why this level is going to be important. It's your 786, but not only that, it's your value area low of that previous range. And not only that, but you also actually have a spider line running along this level almost exactly. Let me go ahead and pull up our spider lines real quick. Let me go ahead and unhide them. Where are they at? Bada boom. There you go, right? So if you take a look here, there we go. Come on, get out of my way. There we go. Wow, just freaking out over here. Okay. All right, there we go, right? So you have that 786, and that spider line is running right across this level. Obviously, this line moves as time goes on, but right now you do have some pretty decent confluence between that 786 and your spider line. So it's going to be a strong level of resistance, but not only that, guys, the fact that it is the value area low of our previous range is going to be a key level to get above, right? Because if we can get back above this and hold that value area low as support, we know that once we hold above here decisively, there is going to be a likely chance that we come up to the value area high, which right now that sits at about $31,000, right? So once we crack that 28.8K level, 786 spider line, previous value area low, and if we get accepted into that value area, that $31,000 level is going to be likely if you're looking at the laws of the volume profile. Now, there are some levels above this that could get you pretty excited, guys. Now, obviously, if you look at the spider lines, these are always great levels to be looking at for resistance. They are very, very respected. They're like magic lines. Shout out to CryptoFace. They're like magic lines. They're one of the most respected levels, it's like one of the most respected types of support and resistance. For some reason, these spider lines just happen to be very strong. And if you guys don't know how to get these on your chart, go ahead and check the video. Hopefully one of the mods can maybe find the link and share that spider line video, because if you guys want to learn how to draw these, I have tutorials on how to get them on your charts. I highly recommend using them. But you could always look at the spider lines for areas where you're likely to get a little bit of turbulence at. However, if we go ahead and turn off the spider lines here, there is another level here. And yes, it is on the chart here already, and that is the macro golden pocket sitting between about 48 and 50K. I know. Hey, shout out to Pearls. Hold the line. Bitcoin's pumping. A Pearls is here. What is going on, Pearls? Thank you for being here. Shout out to you, bro. I'll see you soon. I'm just kidding, guys. I know Pearls. He's a real guy I know in my life. But anyway, shout out to Pearls. He says, I want to learn how to draw. Let's go. Wrong channel, Pearls. Wrong channel. I can't draw. Only thing I can draw is chart, which is chart art. They call me a chartist. But anyway, shout out to Pearls. But anyway, guys, this macro golden pocket between about 48 and 50K is going to be key, right? Because we could wind up, listen, let's just go ahead before everyone starts, hey, this guy's crazy. He thinks we're going to 50K. Now, listen, I'm not saying that's 100% going to happen. I'm not saying it's even likely to happen. But what I want to point out is that it is not crazy. Because I know there are some other people looking at a 50K level. I don't know if they're showing why they're looking at the level. But I see a lot of people like this guy. Hey, my mom is here, guys. Shout out to Mama Candles. Needs soup love. Shout out to my mom. Yes, Ma. Well, no, I don't need soup, Ma. You got to send me some more sauce. I didn't have enough sauce to do the live stream yesterday. Now the CandleMafia is mad at me. So if you could just overnight me some extra sauce, I need it. I need it. Shout out to my mom, guys. Show my mom some love in the chat. She invented the sauce, guys. I just use the sauce. She makes it. So shout out to my mom. But let's see. Okay, yeah. So I don't know if everyone else is showing why they're looking at these levels, right? And I think showing the context behind why I'm looking at these levels is going to make people realize how not crazy they are, right? Now, listen, this is the 2017 peak of the bull market up here at about 20K. And then this is the bottom of the bear market of 2018, right? After the bottom came in 2018, guys, we got a little sideways action, and then boom, we got a big pump up. This is kind of like eerily similar to what's going on right now. And then we got another, right? We consolidated. We got another little pump, or another big pump up. And then we consolidated and we got another leg up. And we came right up to this local golden pocket, which came between up to about 14K, guys. So in the 2018 bear market. And then after that massive pump, this was, I think, 300 and something percent from the bottom all the way to that top. 360% in a bear market. A 360% bear market rally, right? And then we came all the way back down to the lows, right? Because of a black swan event, right? So, somebody said, Linda's the real OG. Let's go. Let's go. Somebody said, Mama Candles, tell Frank to pump BTC. Guys, I'm going to have a meeting with Bitcoin tonight. I'm going to try to get it to go up, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, you can see here, 360% in a bear market, right? That is a 360% bear market rally before we had that black swan in March of 2020. I think everybody knows what was going on. I can almost guarantee you were sitting in your house. But anyway, then we got that big nuke all the way down to these lows, no pun intended, to, nowadays situation. But just know that was a 360% pump in a bear market, and we came within 40% of the all-time high in a bear market. Right, imagine that. If we came up to almost 60K, that's like almost coming within, let's see, what would 40% from the top be? Let's see, from that 50, let's see, 48K to the top, about 4, you can't make it up. You can't make it up, guys. 42%, right? So if you think this is impossible, now, again, I'm not saying it's like definitely going to happen or very, very likely to happen. I'm just saying it's not impossible, right? Now, not only is this the same percentage from the top if we were to make it there, but also, guys, the actual measurement here from the all-time bottom all the way to that golden pocket is only 200%, right? So it's way less than that previous bear market rally, right? So just to give you guys an idea, I know a lot of people are probably just like, nah, we're in a bear market. There's no way we could get up to 50K. Listen. Is definitely not impossible. And there you go, right? It would actually be less extreme than what happened in 2018, right? So if we wind up seeing something similar to what happened in 2018, where we come off the highs, find our bottom, and then get a massive fake out bull market, a little fake out rally here before coming down to retap the lows and then come off into our bull market. There's really no telling if that is exactly what's going to happen or not. But just so you guys know, if we were to get some kind of crazy sustainable pump here, 50K is not out of the question, guys. It really is not. Now, what is going to happen at that golden pocket retracement is a whole nother thing, right? Because if we wind up getting that big, that would be a very, very big place to be looking for some strong rejections, right? But just for the Moon Boys out there, that 50K is not out of the question here. Again, not saying it's likely. I'm not calling for it. I'm just saying if we get a big move up, that would be a likely place to go. So very, very interesting targets there. Obviously, guys, we are very far away from that, so that's not going to happen tomorrow or the next day or even next week. But just zooming out and taking a look at, like, hey, if this thing really goes ballistic, where can we go? Again, this range between about 28 and 31K is going to be likely. And then, again, pulling up our volume. I'm going to shout out to Creighton C for the gifted memberships, bro. Shout out to you, bro. The whole Mafia gets a green name. Let's get it. Shout out to you, man. I really do appreciate you very much, man. But let's see. Pull up the VP. You can see here, right? Gap from about where we are now up to that 30K level. Then we have a whole lot of volume up here. So this is going to be an interesting level. But if we do get past that level, right, bing bong, teleport into this new value area, maybe we kind of consolidate here a little bit, and then we get a move. If we could get above this high volume area right here, look at the gap here, right? Once we get, basically once we get above, I would say above about 40K, that opens up the door. Getting above 40K and holding it as support would open up the door for a fast move up to 48 to 50K. So just understand that you do have the gap there. And then also, hey, if you break that golden pocket, you do have another gap all the way up to about 57K. So I'm not saying this is likely or going to happen tomorrow or anything like that. I'm just saying not out of the question. So, but yeah, I wish, lol. Yeah, that would be nice. I'll be honest with you guys. If you want to know what I want, I do not want that to happen. Listen, I'm just hey, Creighton C with another 5 memberships, bro. Let's get it. Creighton C's just out here like you get a membership. 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 Everyone gets memberships. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you so much. I know the Candle Mafia appreciates you, and so do I, bro. I love you to death, man. You're like family to us. Let's get it. Shout out to Creighton. ADD Dad's green name expired. Because they're gifted, so you only get them for a month. That is true, but hey, you can always join back up. Shout out to ADD Dad. Let's see. What about the downside first? Shout out to Ryan Hughes. So there you go, guys. There's those bullish Moon Boy targets. That is the bullish case, right? Really the bullish case here, guys, realistically. Let's just be real here for a second. The bullish case is like, this is not even in our crosshairs yet, right? Like when you're looking at the chart, like we can't even see that level. So don't even worry about that as of right now. Really, the bullish case is to get back up to that 28 to 30K level, right? Now, shout out to Ryan. I think it was Ryan that said that. Just so you know, there is some downside too, right? So let's look at the levels underneath us and the key levels that we should be watching for some potential bounces if we do get sustainable resistance below this level right here, which is the value area high of this range. And thank God for the volume profiles, guys, because if we get stuck below this level, we at least know what to expect, right? Because let's say, for instance, the bear case plays out. We get stuck underneath this value area high. I'm going to make it a line so it's a little bit easier to see. Let me go value area high. God, man, I hate taking days off, guys. Like I am so happy right now. Like I just feel like I'm like, oh, God, like this is what I want to be doing. I don't want to be laying sick in bed. This is great. Anyway, if we get stuck below here, guys, and we cannot get back above, let's just assume this is playing out, right? At this point, now we just know, right? Let's see, we got to move down. Now we know. We've been accepted into the value area. It's likely we'll see our POC, and if we lose that POC, it's going to be likely we come down to the value area low, right? So, and I will mark this out with a level just to keep an eye on it. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see, value area low, boom, right? So once we get below here and cannot break above the value area high, we are just expecting to respect this value area as a range, right? So we'd expect that move to the value area low, then a move to the high, then a move to the low, so on and so forth. And as of right now, guys, we are in this value area, but we're running a little bit more time to go by. I would like to see multiple 4-hour candles, higher time frame candles closing in, but inside of this range would be ideal. So too soon to tell if we're decisively getting stuck in here, but that is going to be a key level, right? Just in general, whether we're below it or above it, the value area high of this range is going to remain key, and that level is at about 25K even, right? You just to add on to the importance of that level, it's a psychological level, right? So 25K is going to be key. Right now, we remain below it, right? So it's going to be a key level of resistance. If we get above it, it's going to be very important that we hold it. Hey, shout out to Wick589. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you. Absolute OG of the channel. He says, thank you for helping us bear the bear market. Shout out to Wick. Hey, bro, I appreciate you so much. Still not a fan of that avatar that you got going on because every time I see that possum face, I just think of their little stank fingers. And we'll pull up a picture of the possum stank fingers for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about at the end of the stream. But yeah, shout out to you, Wick. I appreciate you, man. You're an absolute OG. And yeah, that was kind of the point of that was kind of the reason why I started the channel or kind of the one thing's going into it, right? Like, hey, I'm a trader. We make money going down, and start of a bear market. We started this channel at the beginning of the bear market, and everybody told me like, wow, man, that's a rough time to start a crypto channel. And I'm like, no, bro. We're going to be the bear market channel, bro. We're going to make money in the bear market, and I want to try to make the bear market fun. And hearing you guys say that we were able to do that is like mission accomplished. So shout out to you, bro. Cozy Babe in the chat. Cozy, what is going on? Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. I almost said bro, but you told me you were a girl, so I'm not going to say it. Shout out to you, Cozy Babe in the chat. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Again, that 25K level being very, very important. Now, next level of support to the downside that I really would be watching very closely is going to be that point of control coming in at about $23,000 even. This is a reoccurring level that we've been watching, depending on, where we're at in the market. This has been a key level to the downside. Then it was a key level to the upside. Now it's another key level to the downside. It is the point of control of this complete range right here. And if we do come down, I would look for support here, but chances are if we get down to the POC, it's probably more likely than not that we will come to the bottom of the range, but we'll have to see what happens. Another level that I would be aware of, guys, coming down to a lower time frame here, is some local golden pockets, right? So the local golden pocket from this bottom right here all the way to our top does come in at that. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can get some context there. Bada boom. Wait, hang on. Hold up. There we go. Okay, so if we pull our fib, hey, there, you guys wanted me to pull a fib. Here it is, baby. We're pulling the fib. But yeah, if we go from this low to the high, guys, our golden pocket does come in below the POC, but just before the value area low. So I am not really going to pay much at this point, not going to pay much attention to this, because if we are looking at this as a key level, we're going to be below the POC. And then once we're like sustainably below the POC, we're expecting the value area low anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the bottom of this fib pull up to our next impulse, right? So right here, you can see this was the beginning of an impulsive move to the upside. And I'm going all the way to the top here. So this is a level I would be looking at. This is the golden pocket, local golden pocket, sitting at about $23,655. If we continue down, I would look for a potential bounce off of this level. And then the other local, and then you also have your 786 getting eerily close to your POC, right? So if price continues down here, maybe we bearishly retest the value area high, get a nuke down. I would look for bounces here, because this may be a place where you might want to bounce out of the value area. But if you cannot hold this, I would look for a bounce off that 786 POC. Beautiful confluence between these two levels here. I will actually make these a box. Just a slight little range here, so we know that it's not an exact level. And then the only other level I would be watching here is if you pulled your fib from the start of this move all the way up. But as you can see, we are just about to break down below that 786, or we may hold it, right? So this is going to be another key level to be watching, is are we going to hold that level, right? Now, if we come down to the lower time frames, you can see we did put in that 10-minute bull div. I think Chemistry, shout out to Chemistry, bro. I think he was looking at the lower time frame bull divs. You got it on the 5-minute here as well. The only thing here, now, not impossible for those divs to give us a move back up and potentially back above that value area high. But the one thing I would be cautious about is looking at the money flow on the lower time frames is not looking great, right? So although we do have the bull divs, you don't have money flow coming up, you have money flow coming out, right? Now you can see right here, this was something that was indicating this was a perfect entry into the long position before we got this big move to the upside. And that was a bullish divergence on the 24-minute. But the reason this was so powerful is because you were already in the red with your money flow, and then as you put that div in, the money flow was coming up. But here, you actually have money flow, quite frankly, fighting against you, right? But there's no saying if we're going to come into the red and then right back into the green. But if this money flow crossover is going to come into a bigger red wave, that bull div, on the 12-minute or the 10-minute, you do have money flow kind of fighting against you, not only on the time frame itself, but on the higher time frames, right? Your 30 minutes crossing over into the red. Hint, hint, guys, we are also very, very close to getting a red dot on the 8-hour, right? So a lot of times when that 30-minute money flow, that 24-minute money flow goes into the red with 6 and 8-hour red dots printing, sometimes turns out to be very bearish, right? But definitely not ignoring that, right? I don't want to take anything away from those bull divs because they very well can be a fake out. I mean, especially on the 10-minute here. We put that bull div in. I mean, you could easily, have money flow start coming up. It's really the 30-minute money flow that is looking like it really wants to kind of reset here, go back into the red. Your 90-minute is starting to come out here. Your 1 hour is also starting to teeter out here a bit as well. So just something to realize. But we are starting to get bull divs at that level, guys. So, could just slip that, get the bull div, get right back above it, and then start another move to the upside. But just something to keep an eye on. And again, that's, those are also key levels you want to keep an eye on to the downside. But if that move continues, that POC is going to be that first major level I look at. And then obviously if you break the POC, your value area low coming in at about 21,450 is going to be another important level to watch. And then at that point, if we start breaking below this level again, we're kind of breaking back into decision-making mode, right? We came down here. We were in decision-making mode. If we broke here, we were going super bearish, but then we kind of just launched back in. Before we knew it, we were back up here in decision-making mode in the opposite direction, right? Here, it was like, hey, are we going to dump down super hard right now? And now we're back up here saying, hey, are we about to rip up super hard right here? And it's just like decision-making moment, and then boom, other decision-making moment. Nah, actually, I don't want to go up. Let's go back down. So it's super, wonky washer machine market right now. But again, it's all about finding those ranges, guys. This, in hindsight, looking at this, was just a deviation out of our range, as this was, and we are essentially just still kind of respecting this general range for the most part, right? So again, if we come down heavy, I would look for a bounce off that, what do you call it? POC that POC / 786 local 786, and then this fib pull here I would also be keeping an eye on as well for some bounces to the upside. And then you could also keep an eye on that golden pocket pulled from here, coming in at that $23,654 level. But again, guys, higher daily time frames giving us those green dots with that 4-hour money flow looking to come into the green here. 4-hour red dot still looks like it has some playing out to do. But once you start to get this 4-hour rounding back up, looking like it's found a bottom, that might be where we start to prime up for another potential move to the upside. So those are the key levels. Bitcoin drunk in the range. Yeah, absolutely. Deep Petty, 100%, bro. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. He said there's a lot of important external factors that are important to consider too. But hey, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. I love that you said that, bro. But yeah, 100%. Jessica says, I love the stank fingers. Let's go. Shout out to Jessica. But yeah, and Dave just says Discord. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. You guys are having a conversation. I missed it. But yeah, those are the levels I'm looking at, guys. And again, I would have, and then here's the answer to this question, guys. My bearish sentiment when we flip bearish crossing this level here has been reversed. Absolutely. The fact that we broke below this and then smashed right through it and made a higher high has got me feeling much more bullish, right? So bullish sentiment is back. Was only basically for the weekend here, a little wonky weekend action here. Kind of hung out here and then blasted right through. So again, we are back above this value area high / value area low. And yeah, until we break above this level decisively, I will expect, again, until we break that value area high decisively at 25K, or we break this value area low decisively at 21.5, I am expecting to respect this range. Because looking in hindsight, I know this was really, 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 really exciting. But if you just look at price, right, like for the highs to the lows to the high, like it's just sideways action for the most part, right? If we just zoom out a little bit, we just deviated, but now we're back in the range, right? So going to be watching this range very closely, but now you at least have your bullish and bearish indicators, right? Now we're not getting the mixed signals that we were getting recently on the indicators that made things very hard to read, but it's just an extra indicator, right? We break this purple box. It's probably going to be 30K city, right? Just moon to 28 to 30K. All the bulls are going to be happy. The bears are going to be pulling their hair out. And then if we break this value area low again decisively, that is where you're saying, hey, maybe we're breaking back into our macro range, or this range that we were looking at before. Maybe we're breaking back into the macro range, and maybe we're ready to come down and start trading at some of these lower levels. But until we break that value area low again, I am not looking down. I am going to be looking up. So there you go. Those are the key levels we're looking at. Again, that next 4-hour green dot may be the chance that may give us the chance to get that big break up. And then let's see. But yeah, this little move down. Actually, shout out to the premium Discord. Got this scalp set up in the Discord like just in time. We put it in, and then like 6 minutes after we posted it, we actually dumped. Shout out to anybody who caught that setup in the premium Discord. Came so close. Actually, I think this take profit is a little different. We might have hit the take profit given in the Discord. I just pulled this up on my chart roughly. Just missed that value area low. But just for anyone who's curious, why a lot of people always ask me, like, where do I set my take profit, right? I get the stop loss thing, but what about your take profit? A lot of, basically, you want to do it this, you want to find your take profits the same way you find your stop losses, right? There's obviously a bunch of different techniques to use. Shout out to Metabytes. But obviously there's a lot of different strategies, a lot of different techniques. And I have a bunch of videos on my channel if you're curious and learning about any of them. But for take profits, it's really the same idea that you want to remember, right? And that is, set your take profit and your stop loss based off of technical factors, not based off of what you feel like losing, right? Like, you can't just go, I don't really feel like losing any more than 3%. You could do that, but the chart doesn't care about what 3% is, right? Like, the chart doesn't know that you don't want to lose 3%. So there's no logic behind setting that other than, like, I just don't feel like losing 3%, so I'm just going to set it there. What you want to do is set it based off of technical factors like support or resistance or spider lines or fib levels, whatever you're using. Set it off of technical levels, right? So, your for your take profits, really all this was I said, hey, we got our bearish confirmations. If we get a pullback here and we break this value area high, I would expect to get accepted back into this range and come to the low. So that was the final take profit, is down here at that value area low. And that's where the thought was there for my take profit, right? I just wanted to spit that quick sauce because I know a lot of people are kind of shout out to Dark Crash. I got you. I'm going to go back to the super chats. Now that I know how to pull them up after the fact, I'll never miss a super chat again. So shout out to Dark Crash. I will come back to it in just a second. Yeah, just so you guys know, right? Like, this take profit was based off of the value area low, because I knew if we got accepted back into this range, they'd be likely to come to the value area low. And I always set the take profit a little bit before the level, right? Just in case you front run it. There you go, right? So, and then obviously you can use any of these other levels as other take profits, right? Maybe you think it's not going to be that strong of a short, right? So once you get down here, maybe you're going to lock in 50% of your profit, move your stop loss to your entry because you don't know how far it's going to go. You don't have high hopes, but you want to try to cash in. You could take profit at the value area high. And then if you break below that, you're like, hey, we'll at least get to the POC most likely. So you could take some profit at the POC. If you break the POC, you can maybe take some more profit at the value area low. So there you go. Set your take profits and your stop losses based off of technical factors, not based off of some random number in your head. Because the chart doesn't know the random number in your head. The chart does know the support and resistance levels on the chart if you're drawing them correctly. So there you go, guys. Shout out to the premium Discord and anybody who caught that. Had to be quick on that one, though, I will say. I started playing out very, very quickly. But anyway, let's go. Jeffrey Smith said, Frankie, can we no longer get premium on mobile? Jeffrey, I don't believe so. You should be able to, it's showing not available. At Tony D. I'm not telling you to add him. I'm adding him verbally. At Tony D. I'm kidding. I think he's already on it. Yeah, thank you, Tony. Shout out to Jeffrey. Yeah, we'll get you set up, bro. Don't worry. We'll fix it if it is a problem. But guys, with all that being said, those are the levels I'm watching on Bitcoin. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm putting my bullhorns on, which... They are like dollar store bullhorns. I'm not going to lie. I'm like naturally a bear, but I'm just going to be here and be like, it's going to zero because I feel like it is. If I think it's going up, I'm going to say it's going up. So I'm going to put on my little like dollar store, party store, little like dangly, like spring, like little bullhorns on springs. And I'm like, look, guys, I'm a bull. I swear. Don't check, but I definitely am a bull for today. So there you go, guys. Definitely looks pretty good, especially the money flow on the 4-hour crossing into the green with the higher daily green dots that we're getting. And again, that next green dot on the 4-hour may be the next thing to give us a move up. But we'll keep you guys updated, obviously. But let's go ahead and shout out to Chemistry Bro for viewing from the lab, bro. Multitasking city. Let's go. Not being green is the equivalent of being on double secret probation. Okay, shout out to Creighton C. But guys, Rob the Crypto Snob says, show ETH. Oh, wait, ETH's not ISO 20022 compliant. Let's go. Shout out to RJ. What is going on, bro? Shout out from Brazil. Let's get it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at those altcoins, guys. If you want to take a look at your altcoin, go ahead and throw them in chat. Just a disclaimer. We will not look at every single altcoin. Obviously, we would be here till 2 in the morning. And also, if you super chat your altcoin, There is no guarantee that we will look at it because it was super chatted, just so you know. Obviously, if you super chat, I do see those chats more often than I see regular chats, but it does not guarantee that they get looked at, right? So just for anyone who might think that, I don't want anybody getting like pissed off. But there you go. You do not have to super chat your altcoin. Sure, it might help us see it, but it's not going to guarantee it gets looked at. So there you go. Just know if you super chat your altcoin, it's not guaranteed. Anyway, but yeah, throw your altcoins in the chat right now, and we will start off with Ethereum. And real quick, before we do that, I got to go ahead and read these super chats, guys. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Hannah King. She said, let's be honest, Bears are scared today / tonight. Yeah, it's like, yeah, the Bears definitely woke up this morning with like their ears back. Like, what's going on? Is it time to hibernate? I hope not. Shout out to Hannah King. I appreciate that super chat. Oh, my God. Tony D with the gifts. Let's go, bro. Thank you for that. Bubba's Crypto with the gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Bubba's. We appreciate you. Coin Slinger, Captain Kirk, gifted 1 Frankie Candles membership. I appreciate you. Mr. J, we read it. Looks like possible bear divs all the way up to the 8-hour. We will take a look at that, actually. Let me actually just take a look at that real quick. All the way up to the 8-hour. Yes. So, obviously, you do have them on that, the 2-hour, the 1 hour, and... yeah, you do technically have it on the 1 hour. You also have it on the 90-minute. This is one of the things that was making me put that look at this short from up here. 90-minute bear div, 2-hour bear div, 3-hour bear div as well. Let's see, 8-hour. Yeah, nice little 8-hour bear div as well here. Pretty big. I don't know. Some people don't count these. I've seen these play out. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're definitely getting it on some of these. Like this is a clean bear div, 90-minute clean bear div. Obviously did play out quite a bit. So shout out to Mr. J. Thank you for pointing that out, bro. We appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Hannah King with the 5 gifted memberships. Somebody call the cops on Hannah. Let's go. Shout out to BG. Says, hey, Frankie. Oh, no, we already read that. Shout out to BG. Bullish Sauce.eth. We read that. Shout out to you, man. Let's see. Dark Crash. Thank you for the membership, bro. He got himself a membership. Shout out to Dark Crash. Don't forget to drink your water, guys. Or don't forget to drink your blood water, which is what I'm drinking today. I just need some extra iron. But anyway, Tony D says, much love to everyone donating memberships. That's what this is all about. LFG, appreciate you all. It supports us and it benefits the community. Shout out to Tony D. Absolutely. Shout out to everybody. Hey, Sandeep wants Fetch.ai. We could definitely add that to the list. But yeah, guys, shout out to the CandleMafia for gifting all these memberships. Super cool. Dark Crash says, love your work, Frankie. Keep it up. Always a positive force in my life, motivating me through these videos and streams. Hashtag stay hydrated. Hashtag drink water. I'm going to go ahead and drink some of this blood water, guys. Shout out to Dark Crash. This one's for you, bro. Salud, my paisan. And also, shout out to Jimmy Two Shoes. If you know, you know. Oh, baby. Let's go. And then Sandeep wants to see Fetch.ai. So let's go ahead and take a look at Fetch. But first, we got to take a look at Ethereum because that is the king or queen altcoin, and that is Ethereum. Real quick, though, guys, want to check in on that DXY. Absolute dump from these highs up here on the DXY. Obviously gave us that big pump. But taking a look here, that 3-hour red dot. Shout out to Daniel. Thank you for that super chat, bro. He says, RNDR. And I say, throw it on the list, baby. Throw it on the list. But thank you for that, bro. I appreciate you, Daniel. But yeah, looking at the DXY, guys, that 4-hour is still looking for a red dot. This thing might dump again tomorrow, guys. Yikes. Well, not yikes. I mean, hey, hooray for Bitcoin. But yeah, I mean, let's see. What's that daily looking like? Daily bear div. Now, I do want to point this out, guys. Before we pull up ETH, I do just want to say, I know I always talk about how people say you can have bullish divergences on the DXY or an index. That's how we knew it was going to pump. Was because of the daily bull divs at key support. That's how we knew, right? We were looking at this before this happened, and this is how we knew it was going to happen. Not only that, but I will say I was not, I personally did not call for this, but you just still see it play out, right? We were looking at this. We were not looking at this, but it still stands true that, guys, not only did the bull div on the daily, on the DXY indicate this big move up, which gave us a cool off on Bitcoin, but this daily bearish divergence indicated the dump on the DXY, which indicated this pump. So there you go. You kind of just like look at the DXY and be like, daily bear div? might be time for Bitcoin to pump. Daily bull div might be time for Bitcoin to dump, right? So, yeah, just perfect. I saw this the other day, and I was like, God, I got to show this because it's like the perfect example of you can't have divergences on an index. Well, they play out. I don't know what to tell anybody. Listen, if they stop playing out and I start getting wrecked off of them, I'll stop using them. But I have some pretty good, I feel like some of our greatest calls have been confirmed by divergences on the DXY. But yeah, I get what they're saying, but I mean, hey, if they play out, they play out. But I did just want to touch on that. Golden pocket, if we lose this level, guys, and that 4-hour red dot plays out tomorrow, we could get a big move down on the DXY tomorrow, which would be another pump time for Bitcoin. But that's enough of the DXY. Let's jump right back into the crypto sphere, crypto whatever. But anyway, here we go. Taking a look at Ethereum. Let me know if you guys say Ethereum or Ethereum. Sup, Frank? Thanks for the latest price action, sir. Hey, shout out to J.E. or Jay, as I like to call him. Shout out to you, bro. Anytime. You can't double stamp a triple stamp. Oh, let's go. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Bada boom. Right, taking a look at ETH, guys. Oh, baby. A little bit of a bearish divergence here on the 4-hour. Now, I will say this, right? Money flow. This is the difference, right? Now, I know a lot of people might be like, well, if you have a bear, like it's, what do I want to say here? It's not as easy as just seeing a bullish divergence or a bearish divergence and getting into a long or a short. It's not that easy, right? And one of the reasons why it's not that easy is because there's other things you have to take into account. And when looking at Market Cypher, guys, the money flow is something you want to keep a close eye on. The money flow does not lie. So, hey, shout out to Jonathan Schaefer. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. Dave Digital says, new game. Frankie, say hi to Dave Digital. I said hi to you, Dave. Or are you saying say hi to Jonathan Schaefer? The Market Cypher B divergences work for the DXY, but the other oscillators, it does not all the time. Jonathan. Dude, you might have just blown my mind. Maybe that's the difference. Because I'm over here, like, people be hating on me for looking at this stuff, and I'm like, I'm lost. I'm like, I don't get it. Why do you hate that I see that? Like, it works for me. Why are you hating on me? And it's probably because they see it working for me, but it's not working for them. They might be looking at the RSI or the MACD or something. Interesting. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer. He said he's in chat, like he just popped up, and he popped up with instant value. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer, and I do think Dave Digital was telling me to say hi to Jonathan, potentially. But anyway, let's continue on here. What are your settings for Market Cypher B? All of my settings on Market Cypher B are default other than the colors. So yeah, my colors are just matching, everything else. Purple. That purple. If anybody wants to screenshot them, if you're interested. And then the blue is that blue. You can screenshot it if you're interested. But yeah, everything is stock. The only thing everything's default other than the colors, and I do turn off the RSIs. But that's about it. Everything else, like, I have no actual settings that are different that will alter the way it reads or it's calculated. So that is important to realize. Crimson Caravan Company, nice green name. Let's get it. William, what is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Hey, shout out to Hoog Knight. Shout out to you, man. But let's keep taking a look at ETH here before we get too distracted by chat. We do have a little bit of a bearish divergence here. I mean, not the strongest, but you do have lower highs on your momentum waves with higher highs on your price action. But the thing to realize here is your money flow is crossing into the green, right? Now, if this divergence looked something like this, where let's just say you have price action making higher highs like that, right? Say you had higher highs on your price action with lower highs on your momentum waves. And actually, that's a bad example. Let me move over here, right? So let's say you have price action here coming up, making higher highs, right? With your momentum waves making lower lows, with your money flow coming out, that would make this a strong bear div, right? So that would make it a much more confident trade. Now here, you're definitely getting the divergence. However, your money flow is coming up against you, right? So if you're in a big green wave here, right, and it started to come down as you got that divergence and you were looking to cross into the red soon after the divergence, that would be confluence. But in this case, you have the opposite of confluence, and you have like anti-confluence, right? Your money flow is fighting it. You have a bearish divergence, but a bullish money flow crossover. Doesn't mean that the bear div won't play out, but it might mean that the bear div might not play out as extreme as it would otherwise, right? With confirmation or with confluence, right? So just something to realize: you do have the bear div, but your money flow is coming to the green, so I would be somewhat careful about it. Taking a look at your 2 hour, also same deal, looking very similar to Bitcoin. Lower highs on your momentum waves, higher highs on your price action, giving you that bear div is starting to play out here. Got a perfect, look at that wick to the dollar, guys, right to that value area low at 1665. Let's look at the levels, right? Looking very similar to Bitcoin. 90-minute bear div likely printed as well. Money flow coming out on your 90-minute. Money flow starting to come out on your 1 hour. 30-minute money flow starting to come out as well. Your 15-minute kind of bing-bonging around. You came into the red. Now you're in the green. And you were likely, if I had to guess here, guys, just a random guess, likely to get a move back into the red here with the money flow on the 15-minute. 4-hour red dot is printing. So, hey, that next time you get that 15-minute money flow crossover into the red, that might be time to take another move to the downside. If you wind up losing this level here at about $1,665 on Ethereum, you could be making your move right down here to your... You know what? Should we find some new levels, guys? I'm doing it. New levels for ETH. Here we go. So here we go. So I'm going to pull our. I think this is basically what we had last time. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull from here to here, right? Get some local levels. What if we pulled this whole range? Let's see. Yeah, I kind of like this whole. Yeah, I'm going to pull from. I'm pulling it from here. There we go. All right. Oh, there we go. Right. Shout out to Crypto Chef. Welcome to the muscle, my friend. Bing bang. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Chef. The money always falls away. It never goes on camera. What a ripoff. Shout out to Crypto Chef. Chef, welcome in Ethereum. Let's go. Shout out to D Petty Crypto. But if we're looking at these levels, guys, we are testing that value area high. Wicked right above it. Wicked right above it. Now we are stuck back below it. Let me just go ahead and see what kind of resistance we were actually dealing with at this level. See if we can pull our fib from here all the way to the lows. Maybe we'll bring it down. Yeah, there we go. Right here. So yeah, you do have that local golden pocket that we are testing in perfect confluence with that value area high. I'm going to draw this as a range, right? And draw it like this. Go here, go to shorts, bada boom. There we go. So there you go. This is strong resistance, right? You have the local golden pocket and the value area high. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other time frames, right? Let's see what the weekly is. Weekly getting the VWAP flip as well, and money flow coming to the upside. That does look pretty good. So looking very similar to Bitcoin in that aspect. Money flow, this is the one thing that doesn't look great, guys. The one thing that does not look great is going to be the money flow on the daily. Now, it is quickly turning around. I will say that, right? Like, it is quickly coming back to the upside, but we have to be very careful because if this VWAP starts cooling off and we wind up consolidating and this VWAP winds up working its way back down to the zero line and we get a red dot, if it gives us a move to the downside, that money flow is going to drag deeper into the red. So that's the one thing here, the bearish case. Amongst some of the other stuff we looked at, money flow on the daily still does not look that great. But moving on here, taking a look at your 8 hour, getting very close to printing a red dot. I'm guessing because I can't see it. There we go. It is getting very close to printing a red dot. But again, money flow headed in the right direction. 6 hour red dot is about to print. A money flow still kind of curving up there, not looking too bad. Your 4 hour money flow is crossing over into the green as we just saw, but that bear div on the 4 hour is printing, right? So I do think it is somewhat likely to get a continued move to the downside here, if I'm being honest. But let's go ahead, and if we do continue down, let's go ahead and find out where would be a good place to find some support. Now, just pulling our fib from the entire move up is going to give us a local golden pocket sitting at about $1,527. 786 coming in at about $1,458. So this, Shout, I'm coming back to that super chat. Hang on 1 second. But here we go. Yeah, so if we do wind up coming down, let me spawn those other levels again. Bing bong. There we go. First off, you know what? I'm not even going to pull this one yet because we do have the POC in between us, so I'm going to pull a different fib here. I'm going to pull it from, let me spawn the POC again. Let's go. Come on. I hate that you have to like go make this visual so you could get the volume to spawn. Kind of annoying. But let's go ahead and continue on here. I'm going to pull it from this little start of, I'll pull it from here to here. All right, so that one, yeah, we almost came down to test that golden pocket, but let's pull it down to here. Yeah, I would look for some support here. I will draw this as a range as well. Hang on a second. What just happened? Oh, okay, there we go. All right. All right, so coming back. Come on. There we go. Okay, so I would... Come on. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, there we go. I would look at this golden pocket at about 1584. If we break these lows at about, yeah, if we break below this purple box, guys, going to be likely that we come down and revisit that golden pocket, which would be a decent level to look at for some support. It is coming in at about $1,584. Your 786 of that pull is coming in at about 1530. But all in all here, guys, basically what we're looking at here is... like the real key level is the value area high of this massive range here, right? Because this is usually what gets us shot all the way back down to much lower prices, is a rejection of that white line or this purple box. You can see bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Are we going to get bing bonged again, or are we going to push above and flip that to support? We'll have to wait and see. I'm actually going to pull a little bit of local. I'm going to pull this little local range as well. Yeah, so interesting, right? So our local range, this is very similar to our local range on Bitcoin. This is also going to be a very key level, $1,672, which is the value area high of that local range. We could be tapping that right now before getting another move to the upside. But those are just some, excuse me. These are just some of those, some of the major levels that I would be watching if we continue to the downside for Ethereum. And then to the upside, guys, if we do get a sustained breakout to the upside, I'm going to go ahead and pull up that VRVP. A little bing, a little bong. VRVP, bada boom, bada bing. Come up to a higher time frame. And let's see what the volume is looking like. Yeah. Not much in our way. If we break above that purple box decisively, we may get another one of these situations where we get a quick move up to our 786 at about $1,900 even. And that would be the next target to the upside for ETH. But we kind of got stuck on ETH, guys. Let's go ahead and try to run through some of these altcoins. Let's see. Dave Digital says, hold up. Kirch. Okay, yeah, shout out to Kirchmeyer. Hopefully I said that right. He said, master YouTuber BitBoy talked about a possible gem linked to ChatGPT called Crypto GPT. Could you tell us about it? Kirchmeyer. I have not talked to Ben about this actually at all. So I can't really talk about it because I don't really know much about it. But maybe what I'll do for you is maybe I'll talk to him tomorrow about it and be like, hey, Ben, what's the deal with this Chat GPT, crypto GPT, artificial intelligence video game thing you're talking about? What is going on with this stuff? I'm a boomer. And then he'll give me the lowdown, and then you can come back tomorrow, and I will give you the full lowdown on that coin, and I'll let you know if I think it's legit or not. But if Ben's talking about it, it's probably pretty legit. But yeah, I just don't know a lot about it, so I can't really give you much more information. So sorry, but I appreciate the super chat. I will try to find out more information. If I see you in here tomorrow, I will let you know. And then I don't know. I really wish I knew what Tony was talking about to Dave Digital saying very true or something like that. BTC going back up, baby. Oh, boy. All right. Let's see. Let's go. He said it's not. I don't know what anyone's talking about right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on here. Taking a look at Fetch.ai. Yeah. Okay. So shameless plug to Fetch.ai, guys, or really shameless plug to us. and token metrics. Yeah, we were in the premium Discord, guys. We have a, I was letting them know, like, hey, token metrics is pretty bullish on this thing called Fetch.ai. This was back in early January, and we put it on the watch list. And we said, hey, this thing looks pretty good. Like, token metrics is pretty bullish on it. We're going to put it on the watch list. And then, as soon as we posted it, bang, it ripped about 326%, has then since fallen, actually a little bit more. 335%. Then it did fall just a bit, but we are starting to work our way back up here. Super interesting. Shout out to Thesis himself. Says, I've become a Gala Maxi. Boomer coin bad. Alt's good. Drooly face. Hey, Thesis himself. Shout out to Thesis. I kind of agree, bro. I kind of agree. Listen, I don't want to say boomer coin. I don't know. I don't want to trigger anybody. But if Bitcoin goes to 100K, guys, it's basically a 5x from here. So do the math. It depends on how much money you have to put in, right? Like, if you have $1,000, are you looking now? I don't think there's anyone in the world that wouldn't want to make $5,000, but like, are you looking for a 5x? Because if you're looking for a 5x, then Bitcoin is probably your thing. But if you're looking for more than a 5, 6, 7x, you're probably going to want to start looking down that list of altcoins. So just a heads up, but shout out to Thesis himself. Hey, man, I like Gala, bro. The one thing that I have to look because I think they did update it. I think Chemistry Bro might know something about this. But their tokenomics at least used to not really be that great. It was like the one thing that like made me think like about it. But as a company, like they're one of the few gaming companies, one of the few crypto gaming companies that actually does what they're saying they're doing, right? Like they actually have the games. I talk about this all the time. They actually have games in development. They have like tons of games in development. They have games that are already released. I've seen them played with my own eyes. I've never actually played them, but I've seen the games. Seen people play them on the computer in real life. They're real games. They exist. They're not just 3D renderings. It actually works. So I like Gala too. I don't think their tokenomics are the best, but I think that might have changed potentially. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Taking a look at Fetch. Actually, to pull up a different Fetch chart, we'll go. It's on Coinbase. Interesting. Okay, taking a look here at the daily. Money flow cruising to the downside. Green dot confirmed. Interesting. Taking a look at the weekly. No VWAP flip on the weekly as of right now. Your 5-day not looking for a green dot. 3-day no green dot. 2-day printing that green dot. Maybe ready for that next leg up for Fetch. Green dot printing on your 2-day. Yeah, probably going to look for... Yeah, might have gotten rugged a little bit on that pump there. Let's see. Let's see. Taking a look at your 3-hour, looking for the red dot, but again, money flow. Again, I'm going to start looking at levels for this, but again, 2-hour money flow. Ooh, 2-hour bear div printing. It's actually clean. Money flow coming up, so be aware of that. But I don't know. Let's see what kind of resistance you're coming up against here. Again, money flow wise, guys, the 2-hour, the 3-hour, the 4-hour all look pretty good. Your 6-hour money flow is coming up. Your 10-hour money flow is coming up. 8-hour coming up. Looks pretty good, right? Again, your daily does not look great, but those medium hourly time frames are looking good as far as money flow, but that divergence on your 2-hour, not looking the best. But let's see. Are we up against, again, you don't just want to shamelessly short any bear div you see. You need to do more, a little bit more work than that. At least if you want to make sure it's going to be a good trade. So we do have the local golden pocket that we did almost kiss perfectly. Did not quite get above that, but or did not quite tap that level, but we do have it there. So interesting. With your divergence here, with your higher highs on your price action, your lower highs on your momentum waves, could give you a little bit of a cool off here. Now, a major level that I would be looking at to get some support, if you continue down, you could see you have this high volume node that you are likely to find some support on. So you would want to get that bounce potentially off 44 cents. However, if you break below these levels and you come down to your local golden pocket, which is coming in at about 41 cents, if you break that golden pocket, it is probably going to be very likely that you come back down and test these highs that you made back here a few days ago, sitting at about 39 cents, right? So these are just some levels I would look for. If that bear div does play out, And again, I did not do any kind of like heavy analysis on this. All I see there is a bear div. And again, you don't just want to short bearish divergences alone. But, if you were to be, that wouldn't be the worst risk to reward right there. Now, again, you could get a little bit of support on your high volume node here. So that's kind of where the risk comes in. If you come, this is a horrible risk to reward. This is basically a 50-50 shot. But if it comes down, that would be a good place to lock in your profits and maybe just rip your stop loss to your entry point, making it a risk-free trade. And then you kind of just cross your fingers and hope you come lower. But again, if you come down to that local golden pocket, you are likely to fall through that gap and come visit these lows here. And I'm using this trade tool, this short position tool, guys. This is not a trade setup. This is just kind of, I'm using this to explain where, if I were to trade this, where I would put things, right? And kind of the logic behind it. Now, again, that high volume node, there is support here, strong support here, right? So there's no guarantees you get past that level of about 44 cents or 44, 43 cents. But if you do, that golden pocket is going to be likely. And if you lose that golden pocket, that's kind of how you could see that move kind of cascading down. So anyway, again, hashtag not a trade signal. And guys, sometimes, I never give trade signals, but like sometimes I'm like, not a trade signal, guys, but definitely going to be looking at that when I get off the stream. Like sometimes I'm like kind of, but that was not the case. I'm just kind of using that to explain something. So just to be clear. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull some volume on this sucker. But yeah, I mean, those are basically the levels I would be looking at. Yeah, well, actually, if I pull this all the way from, where's Friday the 13th? Where is it? That's where we want to pull it from. We don't have that. No. All right, well, let's pull it over this entire range. Bada boom, right? So POC also coming in at that 43, 44 cent level. Where you have that high volume node, right? So if you kind of cool off from here, if we continue down from here, I would look for a bounce off of that POC, which again is in confluence with a bunch of those other levels that we had. If we lose that POC, right, like this kind of is the same thing, but just kind of gives you more context, right? If you come down, we came up. If we come down, I would look for a bounce off the POC, right? If we lose the POC, bearishly retest, that's where you're expecting to come down to the value area low, and that kind of explains that low volume gap that we were just looking at before. I should have just shown it like this because it's much simpler to understand. So again, we break that POC, looking for a move down to your value area low, and there's Fetch.ai. Obviously, it's been doing really good lately. Watch that 2-hour bear div. Looking at the 1 hour bear div confirmed, 24-minute money. Oh, that's got to be a blood diamond, right? Is it a blood diamond? Let's see. No. Oh, boy. That is a shocker, if I'm being honest. 30-minute. Yeah, let's see. 15-minute. Yeah, money flow starting to come out on these lower time frames. 10-hour coming down. 12-hour coming out as well. 12-minute. I'm sorry, not 12-hour. 15-minute flying to the upside. A little bit of mixed signals as far as money flow goes. But yeah, that 2-hour bear div is what I would be watching for that move down. And again, that's that POC likely giving you some support. Again, that POC is sitting at about 43.5 cents. All right, let's continue on. Shout out to shout out to Akbar Masani, bro. Shout out to you. Creighton C goes, suck it, Blood Diamond. Shout out to Creighton C. Bro, you're funny. Dave says, are you usually not honest with us? Panda Punch says, Dave Digital, don't talk about it. I'm always honest with you guys. I am always honest with you. I mean, of course, except for when we talk about Mrs. Oh, never mind. I'm always honest with you guys. By the way, if anyone's wondering, Mrs. Candles is real, guys. I swear. I have a girlfriend, guys. Like, girls like me. Shocker. I'm telling you, they love me. She doesn't go to meetups, just so you guys know. You'll never meet her. You guys will likely never even see her. But she's definitely real, though. I swear. Definitely real. I'm definitely not single and alone. I swear. Swear. Anyway, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Am I kidding? Am I lying? Is she real? Is she fake? Nobody knows. Mrs. Candles, bring your hand in here. She's standing right next to me, guys. I'm kidding. There's nobody there. I'm going to die alone. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and move on. Shout out to Matt Lane. What is going on, bro? Shout out to you. He says LFG. Let's get it. Let's take a look at XRP, guys, because some people I talk to say that XRP could go to 589. Shout out to Wick. But let's pull up a clean chart here. That was weird. I went to type XRP, but was thinking of Wick. So I typed Wix. Anyway, shout out to Wick, 589. Let's go. I just pulled up that chart. All right, here we go. Binance Tether US, here we go. All right. Well, clearly that resistance wound up working. I'm going to clear this and start fresh. Coming to the daily. Go ahead and pull our volume. Go ahead and drag this all the way to the end. Now, guys, interestingly enough, weekly blood diamond has not done anything to us just yet. However, if this blood diamond winds up playing out, it could easily bring us back down to these range lows sitting at about 31 cents. However, really has not done anything. Weekly blood diamond, that was the last weekly blood diamond, guys. So massive nuke to the floor, right? This one, I would expect to play out a little bit more than it did, but just really not doing much for us here. So very, very interesting, but something to keep an eye on. Definitely more on the bearish end. Yes. No green dot on the 3-day. No green dot. So you are printing that green dot on your 2-day. Interestingly enough, if we push above that, I'm just going to continue watching. XRP has been pretty boring price action-wise. So I will be watching. If we crack that POC, I would look that next immediate move will likely be to about 41 cents. And then if we wind up getting a hard rejection here, again, just kind of looking at the value area, right? 31 cents to the value area low. But green dot printing on your 2-day. Your daily green dot is also printing. And you did get a daily bullish divergence. I actually have not seen this. But you do have your lower lows on your price action with your higher lows on your momentum waves, giving you a bullish divergence on the daily time frame for XRP, guys. Now, also, you did also have a bullish divergence from here to here. As you can see, higher lows on our momentum waves, lower lows on our price action. Didn't give us much, gave us a little wick to the upside. Shout out to Wick 589. Before another little move to the downside. But now we're printing another drive of bullish divergence. So maybe this can give us that crack, finally pop us up above that POC. And again, if it can get us above that POC, I would look for a move up to that value area high. Got to get that arrow in there. There we go. So there you go. That is basically what I'd be looking at. Not really, XRP's been pretty boring here, right? Ever since the middle of February, it's just kind of been bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, just slightly just grinding down. Nothing really that decisive. Taking a look here, but that daily bull div may give you a move, guys. 4-hour looking for a red dot. That might step on the daily bull div. It might be boring action on XRP in the near future, right? Let me pull some more local volume here. Yeah, this thing, not really screaming up or down, just kind of screaming sideways. Boring. So there you go. But those are really the key levels I would be watching. The important things to realize is that you have a weekly blood diamond, and then your major level here is that POC at 37 cents. We're looking for a decisive rejection or a decisive flip of that resistance level to support before expecting either 41 cents or 31 cents. So there you go. Shout out to the XRP army. Let me know in the chat if you guys are in the XRP army. Irresponsibly, shout out to MG Tobai Logic. Hopefully I said that right. Shout out to you, man. Says, irresponsibly long on Gallo. Not going to lie. Shout out to you. Hey, the first step to acceptance is, the first step to recovery is acceptance, right? Is that how it goes? I don't know. Shout out to you, man. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. If we don't come back up, we could be forming another bearish divergence on the 3-day. Hey, I don't think he's talking about XRP. Actually, what I would love to see on XRP is that weekly blood diamond to, that would probably invalidate it. But if we can get some kind of a big move down to these lows, close the candles down here, get a bullish divergence on the higher time frames, maybe you come up and then you come back down, something like that. I would love to see that, and then that would likely be a beautiful long from the bottom of the range, and he actually might never come back down there to revisit those levels. But let's go ahead and continue on here, taking a look at Solana, and then we'll take a look at Gala For anybody wondering, Solana's dead, guys. Solana went to zero. I'm just kidding. Still, yeah, okay, anyway. Let's just continue on here. I don't want to waste too much time. Speaking of time, how long do we got? Okay, so let's fly through these. Solana, let me just look at the indicators real quick. VWAP curving back to the upside on the weekly, similar to Bitcoin, but no green dot. No green dot on the higher daily time frames, but your 2-day is likely printing. There it is. Green dot printing on the 2-day. Pretty nice. No divergence. Daily green dot is confirmed. Money flow in the red, though. The money flow on the daily, that's kind of your bearish case is money flow on the daily, but you might pull one of these where you fake out into the red, right back into the green, so just be aware of that. Super oversold on the daily as well, or we were. Now we're not, but we were. Super oversold on the daily, so we'll see. Are we going to just make a lower high here? Are we hitting any levels that might make sense to make a lower high at? Let's see. Yikes. Not looking too good, guys. Might just be coming up to test that golden pocket because you guys know the golden pocket / 786 retracement levels are likely, or not likely, or often an area where price likes to come up and make lower highs before coming lower. Not saying that's definitely happening, but you just want to realize that, you know, when you get that bounce up, if you're coming up to that golden pocket, maybe time to reverse back down to the downside. VWAP starting to roll back over on the daily as well. Let's see, your 10-hour looking for the red dot, 8-hour looking for the red dot. 4 hours likely printing it. There you go. Bear div on Solana on the 4-hour. But again, this is definitely a divergence, definitely bearish, and definitely here. And it's definitely printing, right? But you want to understand, guys, that the money flow is fighting you. So just keep that in mind. The money flow is fighting you. So not a guarantee that this one's going to play out in a big way, but it is there and could be a potential good scalping opportunity. But, you know, money flow coming up is, I would be very, very cautious. All right, continuing on here. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to pull all the way from Friday the 13th. Let's go. That happens to be the magical red. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So this is an interesting level, guys, because not only is it your value area low of the previous range, but we are also very close to that local golden pocket retracement of this entire move down. If I bring this to the next lower high, it would likely be, yeah, that golden pocket retest. Yikes. I would look for a second push into the 786 potentially, but I would be cautious of a rejection here, guys. Cautious of rejection. Rejection? Rejection, question mark? Should we put an arrow so we know exactly what we were talking about? We'll come back tomorrow, and we'll see. We'll find out either if we got wrecked or if we were 100% right. But I would be very, very careful of a rejection right here. So there we go. We'll see. We'll have to double-check it on Solana. I think I might have said XRP before. But yeah, definitely bearishly retesting this value area low, guys, is not a good look with a bearish divergence, right? Key level of resistance, local golden pocket, value area low of our previous range. With a bearish divergence into that key level, it is likely to at least get some form of a rejection here, if not a potential big rejection. The one reason that I would not think this is going to be a massive rejection is because money flow is pointing in the right direction, so it might just be a little bit of a cool-off. Might give you a little bit of a cool-off before you wind up breaking back into your value area and coming back up to your value area high, which is coming in at about $25. So there you go. Be very cautious of that rejection there. Again, not calling for an absolute nuke down because the money flow is going in the right direction, but just be careful. You might take a step down before coming back up to come to higher prices. So there you go. There's Solana. Let's take a look at Gala, highly recommended by the CandleMafia community. Take a look at KuCoin. Let's see. Happy Pi Day, everybody. Shout out to Dark Crash. Happy Pi Day, bro. I did not know it was Pi Day. Shout out to you, man. Let's see. Shout out to Wick. Said I'm doing a lot here in New York, and I'm missing a lot of the stream, but I'm happy to see the X's in chat. Tells me that I just need to rewind a bit to get the TA I'm looking for. Shout out to Wick. Yeah, bro. Hey, we shouted you out, bro. I can't think of XRP's price targets without thinking of Wick 589. Shout out to you, bro. Bing bong. Shout out to Vulcan. Abi, shout out to you, man. Gives me that little chef's kiss with a little, okay, a little manicotti, gabagool. Get the gabagool. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Vulcan. Let's see. How much Gala is enough? How much Gala is enough? Let's see. Shout out to Medic Money. Hey, shout out to you, man. He says, thanks for always bringing that fire, TA. Shout out to Medic Money. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Yummy. Hasta pasta, D Petty. Shout out to D Petty Crypto. We'll see you next time, bro. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you do. Rob the Crypto Snob, thank you for the altcoin update. And shout out to Bud Lightyear. Welcome in, bro. I didn't see you in there before. I'm sure you were here. But anyway, let's take a look at Gala, guys. So here we are. Let's see. Let's take a look at, let's start fresh. So here we go. Nice little move on Gala here. Money flow on the 4 hours looking to cross over into the green. Your daily confirmed green dot, 2-day green dot confirmed. All this stuff looks very, very similar. So I'm not going to run through the indicator too much here. 3 hour looking for the red dot. 2 hour looking for the printing the red dot. No bear. No, I mean, technically, you have higher highs there, but 1 hour bearish divergence confirmed, not giving you much. Looks like bullish consolidation to me. Looks like this bull pennant might break out right now. Yeah, this looks interesting. Let's see, 45-minute. Yikes. That looks like bullish consolidation to me. Not the prettiest, but yeah, that looks like this might break. This looks like bullish consolidation to me, if I'm being honest. And your green dot is printing on that 45-minute. Is the 1 hour giving it to you? 1 hour about to give it to you as well. Let's see, boys. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's pull our fib. Pull the fib, baby. Let me see. Pull your fib in chat. Let's get it. Pull your fib. Let's get it. I'm gonna drop a pull your fib in chat. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Bing bong. Let's go. We pulled the fib. Coming up to that local golden pocket, guys. Something I would be aware of. Let's see. I will likely miss this move because it's probably going to happen when I'm not at the chart or while I'm sleeping. But I would be cautious of a second push to the upside because if this is indeed bullish consolidation on Gala and we get a pump to the upside and we come to that 786 to put in that higher high, I would look for a potential. You could set yourself up for some nice bear divs, not only on the 1 hour. The 1 hour might actually get invalidated. But you might be setting yourself up for some nice bear divs on the 2 hour, or no, not the 2 hour. What was I just looking at? 45-minute. Yeah, 45-minute could set you up for a nice bear div if you get a higher high in here, right? Look for a push into the top of that golden pocket or potentially up into your 786 to get your higher high. And then you might set yourself up for some nice bearish divergence on the 45-minute, on the 30-minute as well. That is something I would keep an eye on. I would watch this level right here. That top of that golden pocket at about 4 cents, and that 786 for a second push up. So just be aware of that. And then coming up to the higher top. Oh, my God. Look at the pull your fibs in chat. Oh, my God. Let's go. The whole chat. I just look over. The whole chat's purple. Let's go. Ooh, I just punched the microphone. That hurt. Let's go. Pull your fib. Darren Does Things says, busy using the Frankie sauce to short Euro USD, shorting because of 786 at value area high. LFG, let's go. Darren Does Things out there just trading some Forex, bro. Let's get it. Shout out to you, bro. And shout out to anybody who's interested in Forex. Guys, we're a crypto channel. I know. But if you're interested, oh, my God, the voice is about to go. If you're interested, guys, let me know. Oh, my God. How has this never happened to me in, like, the whole over a year I've been doing this? I haven't lost my voice on stream. It's about to happen. But if you guys are interested, let me know if you would be down to see us do TA/short/long things other than crypto, because we have some pretty cool stuff coming down the pipes here. And it might be interesting to take a look at some other assets, maybe get into some Forex trades, just cover it a little bit more, just in general. Oh, my God, this is getting bad. But, yeah. Let me know if you guys would be into that. Yeah, let me know if you guys would be interested in that, because I think we have a pretty decent setup to start drink. Yeah, let me know if you guys would be interested in that, because there is some interesting stuff we're looking at. I can't speak English, guys. But anyway, let's go. Yeah, gold and silver. Yeah, Learning says only crypto. Nope, only crypto. Lemon water. Let's go. Great and see. I would be down to learn more about it. Yeah, it's not like no, only crypto. Shout out to Learning. Yeah, not that we're gonna be like, I'm not. It would probably be like additional content, right? Like I might like at the end of a stream, we'll take a look at some stuff, or maybe I'll make a video about it or something like that. We're not going away from crypto. Like, we're 100% a crypto channel, guys. But, just figured it might be fun to look at some other stuff once in a while. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Stomp, said, time to call it a night and rest that voice. All right, we'll just finish up Gala here really quickly, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull our volume all the way from Friday the 13th. Just kidding. It's a meme at this point. I just say Friday the 13th to be funny. But we are getting accepted. I will actually pull it from Friday the 13th officially. So, yeah, we are, again, a lot of this stuff, guys. Again, testing that value area low / local golden pocket might be a good place. Very similar to Solana, where we're coming up to that golden pocket / value area low. May get a rejection here. And again, no bearish divergence on the 2-hour, but you are getting the red dot. But that 45-minute may set you up for that nice little bear div, right? So we get that second push up, potentially up to here, or that 786 might give you the chance to put in that 45-minute bear div, which might be a scalpable opportunity. But other than that, looking very, very similar to a lot of this other stuff, guys. Money flow's headed in the right direction. So, yeah, feeling pretty good about stuff today, to be 100% honest with you guys. But, again, now you guys have those key levels to keep an eye on in order to know, like, are we going to continue up, or is this thing going to come crashing down to the floor? You guys have everything you need to know on Bitcoin and all of the altcoins. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. I really got to start pushing the likes. I keep forgetting. Smash that like button if you have not already. Rush to the like button, and there's only a few left, so jump into that like button, click it. Make sure you click it once. If you click it more than once, make sure you click it an odd number amount of times. So don't click it twice or 4 times. Click it either once, 3, 5. You got to click in odd numbers, right? Anyway, I don't know if anybody got that. But anyway, here we go. Spinning that wheel of pain and pleasure, baby. Let's get it. Smash that like button, guys. Going for 800 likes. Let's get it to 800 likes, and we'll spin that wheel 10 times. If not, we'll give it a nice 7 spins as of right now. If we get 800... Yeah, if we get another 100 likes in the next 3 minutes, if we get 100 likes in the next 3 minutes, I will spin that wheel 20 times. And by that wheel, I mean this wheel. Let's go. All right, here we go. Spin numero uno, baby. Let's get it. Guys, I'm trying this new stuff out. It's called blood. So, yeah, you just punch yourself in the face, bleed into a water bottle, and then drink it, and you'll get extra iron, which was why I wasn't feeling good yesterday. I was really low on iron, so the doctor prescribed me 1 bottle of blood water a day. I'm just kidding, guys. This is today's episode is brought to you by ZipFizz. ZipFizz is a vitamin and immune system supplement for all ages. I'm just kidding, guys. I am practicing on my radio voice. I want to do radio ads one day. It's my actual dream to do radio ads. I'm just kidding. It's not. My dream is to be doing what I'm doing right now, which is mind-blowing for me to think of. But anyway, that is why I will never take this for granted, guys, because my mind is literally blown that I get to do this every single day. But anyway, yeah, ZipFizz. I'm trying this out for the first time. It's got vitamins, immunity help, and it's actually pretty good. The flavor actually tastes good. Probably red 40 in there, though, right? That's probably not good for you. Anyway, give them a giveaway, baby. As I said, I lost my voice. I'm just screaming again. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Yes, Bubba's Crypto. We're going to add that. Shout out at Tony D. Let's add a throw a little 10x on it emoji, and let's try to involve Bubba's Crypto somehow, because I feel like we that's shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Throw a little 10x leverage on it. Enzo Mining in the chat. What is going on, bro? Give him another giveaway. Today's video is brought to you by Vestibular. The DXY can potentially fall to 102.50. I can't disagree with you, D. Gomez. I cannot disagree with you. Spin it to win it. Shout out to Tony V. Shout out to the Crypto Reaper with the candle emojis. Hey, guys. +1 for doing what you love. Shout out to Jess Jim. Absolutely. Cozy Babe, I see you. Shout out to Jess Jim. Guys, real quick, I just want to say, it's like every day, obviously I go on the BitBoy Crypto morning stream. Like, hey, you guys got me like, you guys be showing support like crazy, and I see it. And like, obviously it's not my show, right? You guys know when I go on Blockchain Basement, everyone's like, oh my God, I've never heard Frank be so quiet. It's not my show, right? Like, I'm not the host of that show. I shouldn't be the loudest main character of it. That's why, I'm not usually very, It's different. I'm by myself right now, so I have to be loud and animated to be entertaining. Same thing on the BitBoy crypto channel. Like, it's not my show, right? So I can't, and I only have a very limited amount of time up there. So I have to get in, do the TA, and get out. Because they're on like a schedule. So I can't read chat, but I do want to let you guys know. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. You guys are out there showing some serious support. You guys throw those candle emojis. That's how I know you're there, because I could see the candle emojis out of the corner of my eye. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. You guys are crazy. And I see it. It's like more and more every single day when I'm sitting behind all the equipment and stuff waiting to go on set. I could see the computer with all the chat, and like I just see, like, even before they even start talking about me, I see the candles in chat, and it's crazy. Like, I see it, and just know, it's amazing, and I appreciate the support so much. It means a lot. It actually does go a long way. It's like Yeah, sure, we have affiliate links, and you could buy our products or whatever, our merch, our memberships, and that's supportive. But guys, like, just the basic support that you guys give us all around the internet, repping the Candle Mafia all around the internet is like the craziest thing ever. When I see you guys out there, it's crazy. And I don't always say it, but I do always see it. And thank you so much. I love that you guys show me that support. You guys are the absolute best. Sundeep, Creighton, I see you. Lucho, I see all you guys in there. You guys are the best. And Dave Digital, I swear, sometimes I even see you with the Frankie candles emojis. Kills me every single time. Crypto Chef, Bubba's Crypto, Crimson Caravan Company, RJ, shout out to everybody. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you all. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, you guys scammed. You guys scammed me. I got scammed myself. So yeah, we're only supposed to spin that 7 times, but you got 10 spins. Screw it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 giveaways out of 10. Not a bad hit rate. Not even for a trading strategy. But hey, I kind of couldn't do the live stream yesterday, so you guys deserve a couple extra spins. And we almost got 800 likes. We got 893 people in here, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are not already. And if you are subscribed to the channel, just smash that like button. And if you already did that, then go do whatever you want. You did all your homework. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate you. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Don't forget, guys, if you want to check out this hoodie, if you guys like this hoodie, I wore this, and I was like, I bet you everyone's going to ask me where I got it, because you guys like the other Bitcoin one that I wear that has the stuff all over it. But if you guys want this ISO 20022 hoodie, go ahead and hit up hitmerch.com. We got all the stuff on there, amongst other things, and the Candle Mafia merch is on there as well. So go check that out. And with all that being said, guys, I'll go ahead and see you guys in the Discord later tonight. That's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you here, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ, and shout out to ZipFizz. That's all I got. See you guys tomorrow. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Okay, I got the lights off. Is it What is it again? I think it's... Okay, so it's blood, and then raise the candle, and then blow out the candle. So blood, candle. Okay, here we go. Lights off. Here we go. Oh! Haha, hey, no weird culty candle worshipping going on here, guys. Well, hey, listen, I guess you guys are in on it now, right? Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Sip of blood. Bitcoin candle gods, please hear my requests for the night. Please allow us to cool off slightly overnight and then rip to the moon in the morning. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. No, I just spilled the blood. Oh God, guys, I just spilled the water bottle of the red stuff all over the place. I just had to come back on here and tell you that. I said Frankie Candles out, bing bong. I clicked the button, it just went everywhere. That's what you get for worshipping candles. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I gotta go get paper towels. I love you all. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.